Sup bitches, this is Vanity, and I felt I should mention right now, the last video I uploaded was on August 18th, with my 5th part of Let's Play Silent Hill 2. It is now, at the time of this recording, September 28th. We are near fucking October, and I haven't updated anything. The reason for this is the fact that, well, first off, work. We've been getting kind of slammed with customers to a degree. A lot of work to deal with. I just didn't have time for the most part. Not to mention, there's been a lot of stress lately for me and my mom because of the fact that, well, my grandmother is currently dying. She has stage 4 cancer, like lung cancer. She is terminal. She's not going to last much longer. She will most likely be in the hospital tonight. So, yeah, she's gotten to the point where she can't eat anything for the most part. We actually had to give her fucking weed, which I don't like the idea of, but if it means she eats, I'm gonna have to deal with it, and she's dying anyway, so I don't see the biggest problem with it. She lost a lot of weight because of the whole eating thing. She's been doing almost nothing but sleep. She can barely move now. She also has a throat cancer, or at least some cancer cells in her throat. Pain there. She has issues talking and all that stuff. She's eventually going to become a fucking vegetable, and I haven't had a chance to say my goodbyes to her or anything, so forgive me, but I've been way too fucking stressed to do any video updates, all that stuff. But anyway, I figured I have a little bit of time now. I might as well. I should actually be in bed at this time. Like, for me, at the time of this recording, it is 9:54 a.m., but I'm an overnight worker, so I have those kind of hours. You'll see me doing a lot of rearranging the position of my hair, but anyway, but enough of that delay. Let's get on to the questions. Yeah, this is the response to my answer video. Sorry. Just got a random message here. It doesn't matter. I'll deal with it later. I had 2 people ask me questions. One on the YouTube video itself. The other is actually on a site called Chicken Smoothie. I'm also known as Anna Vanity on there, but it's the way that it kind of switches my name up on here. Like, I have the X's in my name and no spaces on YouTube, but on Chicken Smoothie, it's just Anna Vanity. So yeah, it was kind of fun. Gotta figure out where it is, so. I get a lot of messages on there. Well, I don't get message daily. I'm not popular enough for that kind of crap, but, I mean, I got a lot of messages, as in, like, my inboxes are all full right now, and I need to delete stuff. I gotta find that one thing. Yeah, see, for the people that have been keeping track of my channel and be like, well, what the fuck, why is she not updating? Well, now you know about my grandmother, you know about me just being fucking smacked at work for that kind of stuff, but anyway. Here's the questions. Okay, so we'll start with the YouTube one, because that was the one I got first. I got 6 questions from this person, so it's an interesting thing. Let's see. Number 1, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is actually purple. I just like color in general, but purple is a favorite. Don't, like, make anything for me that's just smothered in purple. I don't usually like monochrome. I prefer monochrome grays, like different shades of gray, and then having a hint of rainbow somewhere in there. That's the only reason, like, that's the only way I'll ever like monochrome. So, yeah, my favorite color is purple, but just don't smother everything in purple. I do like other colors. Do you have any pets? If so, what kind? I currently do not have any pets, but I have had cats. I've had a certain type of bird. I think it's a cockatiel, I believe, is a species of bird I had. I've had a hamster at one point. I've had guinea pigs. I did have 2 dogs when I was really young, but at the moment, I don't have any pets. My mom won't let me have any pets. Whatever. So, that's how that is. I would like to get a cat, though. I just love cats. I'm a big cat person, more so than a dog person. I do like dogs, but I'm very specific on I'm just specific on what kind of, species it is, or not really species, but what breed it is, because, there's certain breeds of even cats that I don't like, and it's like, no. So, yeah, what are some of your favorite games you have already played in the past? Resident Evil, there's the first Silent Hill. I've, played a game called Wet. It was really interesting. Get your minds out of the gutter. The wet part actually has to deal with being soaked in blood, so it's a little bit more grim. I just like the gameplay. The story was kind of flat. What other ones did I play that I liked? Oh, Okami. Holy shit, do I love Okami. I actually plan on making a Let's Play of it. I do not have an HD PVR still. That is going to become a very big problem because I promised a friend that I would do it, and the thing about me and promises is I have to uphold it. That's why I don't make promises, because I take promises very seriously. I will not break them. So, yeah. I don't do it often, but I did promise her that I'll do a Let's Play for it. She actually... Sorry, there's something weird bump on my arm. But anyway, she is actually waiting on me. She said that she would rather watch me do it, because she likes how I Let's Play, which is interesting. Actually, I had one of my previous managers, he actually transferred to another store recently, but he checked my channel. The only thing that, he told me that I was doing a good job, actually, but he is surprised by some of the games I've been playing, because he never heard of IB, which is fine. But, let's see. I have a lot of games that I've liked that I've played in the past. There's even, PS1 games, like Parasite Eve, Tenchu 2. It's kind of hard to remember them all, especially considering my nerves and my memory is kind of shot as of late. You know why. Let's see. Number 4, what is one of your favorite themes when it comes to games? If you mean themes as in genre, I prefer survival horror. I like games that actually scare the crap out of me. Even if I'm just like, holy crap, I'm never going to play this anymore, or oh, I'm taking a break, I can't do this. I do actually love it. It's just... I'm a bitch. I'm probably even more of a pansy than PewDiePie in the sense of horror games, because the difference between me and PewDiePie, he'll play it. He'll keep going with it. Me, I tend to freak out too much, but the thing is, if I'm going to end up doing a Let's Play, I'm going to force myself to pursue, or not really pursue, but keep going, but yeah. In the case of themes, I guess just overall, I don't know, for me, I prefer survival horror games because of the scare factor, but I do love games that have really good stories to them. It's just, lately they've been making some kind of boring games, I've noticed. There was one Let's Play I've watched, for Deadpool. Oh my god, that game is hilarious. I so want to play that, for myself. And, I've been also holding off on playing The Last of Us. I was told it was similar to Silent Hill on certain aspects, but it has a way deeper, better story altogether. I've promised the manager that has transferred stores that I will do a Let's Play of it, and that I will do a blind Let's Play. That's why I have not watched any Let's Plays of it yet. Haven't checked anything relating to it. I'm trying to make sure that I actually truly do this blind, and once I do, please don't try to spoil it for me. I will literally disable the comments. I will ignore the inbox messages. I really would much rather try and do something blind. like, legitimately blind. Unless I specifically ask for help on something. But anyway. Let's see. Number 5, what is your real hair color? Because it's gorgeous. First off, thank you. I actually have to trim it. There's quite a few split ends now, but, yeah, I'm kind of proud of my hair in a sense, because it's, despite the amount of times that I have dyed it, I've kept it pretty healthy, just because I don't dye it and then as soon as an inch of hair, of my natural hair comes out, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta dye it again. No, I usually just wait, and, like, for the longest time, I used to dye my hair just plain black. I wouldn't do anything with it other than that. But my hair's so dark, you can't really tell the difference. My natural color is actually a dark brown. It's hard to see because I've dyed it this, reddish bit. If you actually look at the question video and this video, you'll probably notice that it's a slight bit more vibrant in the first video than this one. It's just because of the fact that I've watched it several times by now. So, yeah. Lastly, how often will we be making answer videos for your questions? I will be making them as often as I get the questions. If I don't get any questions, I'm not gonna just waste my time making these videos. It's just pointless to me to do it that way. I do love answering questions. I like, obviously, talking. That's why I'm a Let's Player, or at least kind of one right now. My updates haven't been proving that, but again, I've just been busy and I just haven't felt it. I just can't do it. Not to mention the last recording I tried was a fucking 2 different games, actually. The first was a Silent Hill 2. Yes, I did have a part ready for it. The issue, I was an idiot. My headphones. If this mic part is not down, it does not record my voice. So then, instead of it becoming a Let's Play, it becomes a playthrough. And then you'd be wondering at some point, what the fuck is she standing there for? So, yeah. Anyway, so there's that, and then there's the fact that I tried also doing, The Crooked Man. It wasn't supporting my video for some reason. I think I got it to work again, but at the moment I'm running through the roadblock of, the program that I use to do editing is Camtasia Studio, but I never purchased it. I downloaded it, and they couldn't really, like, they eventually bumped me back to a 5-day trial. I'm currently probably on only 4 days left, or 3. So I need to try and figure out how to fix that problem, even if it means actually buying Camtasia, which I'd rather not, because I think that's like a $300-something fucking dollar program. But, if not, I actually plan on just getting another editing program. I asked someone about this stuff before. He told me about Sony Vegas. That works for me, whatever, I can do that. But, as long as it supports Fraps. Fraps is what I use to record. It records my voice and the actual game itself. The only issue is if the game's not running, you're not recording shit. So, it gets kind of annoying. So that's that bit of questions. We will now go to the next one. This is the second person on the chicken smoothie. Okay, I'm not going to actually tell you what her username is, but I first met her on a site called Subetta. To those of you who actually like that, Anna Vanity. I have it like that. It's all one word, no X's. Yeah, that's really it if you want to find me. I'm not on there much anymore, so yeah, don't be surprised if you don't get a response. I think the last time I was on there was actually a couple weeks ago. I had to keep track of one thing. It's because one person's messaging me that I used to role play with, but anyway, not like sexual role plays, by the way. It was more of I don't remember what it was. I think it was like a vampire thing, but anyway, first one, favorite type of music, book, and anime series. Holy shit. give me this kind of question. Favorite type of music. I really cannot answer this properly. The only kind of musics? Okay, that's my English. The only kind of music that I usually do not like is things like the rap, pop, hip-hop, that more modern bullshit that all the young kids go for. I love how I say young kids, even though I'm fucking 21. I'm still kind of among their ranks. I don't like country for the most part. I have 2 exceptions, but forget that. And I don't usually like things like reggae or anything either. It's kind of random, but for the most part, I just like music. I've actually recently been listening to a lot of Vocaloid stuff. I fucking love a lot of what they have. Some of my favorites from the Vocaloid area is Can't I Even Dream, Heartbeat Clock Tower, Remote Control, that kind of stuff. I just really love music, especially Vocaloid stuff. It's just the thing about a lot of Japanese music, even if it's just made on a program, they put in so much more emotion and effort into what they're doing. Meanwhile, stuff in English, they're more of just like, well, hey, I'm making money, so why should I care? You know? Like, I don't know, I just find that a lot of Japanese music, they still seem to show that they care about, like, their fans and what importance the fans are to them, and showing you guys make us as we are and all that stuff. But yeah, see, book. I actually struggle with reading. Actually, I haven't been able to improve my reading either, because I kind of need help with it, because there's a lot of times I read something, if I don't understand the word, I'm never going to understand the word unless someone actually explains it to me. I've tried using a dictionary. With one word before I was actually trying to read Sherlock Holmes. What a stupid fucking idea that was. I looked through the dictionary to find one word, and then the description of the actual definition had a word I didn't understand. Look for the definition of that. Next thing you know, I'm halfway through the dictionary, and I'm more confused before, or right then, as I was when I started. Like, really. Let's see, I don't mind Stephen King. I haven't officially read any of his books, so I can't say, oh my god, I'm the biggest fan of Stephen King. I upscale you guys on it. No. I haven't read enough of his stuff. I have a lot of his works. It's just, again, the struggling with reading thing, and not to mention the first book of his I ever read was Insomnia, and it freaked me out to the point where I quite literally had insomnia for about a month or so. Yeah, it was actually really good, though. I need to get back into reading that. It was amazing. Anime series. Oh, God. I like Black Butler, Shiki, Oran High School Host Club, Soul Eater, probably some other ones. I can't think of them offhand. I'm very picky with animes, though, because the problem with anime is that if it doesn't have a certain style that I like, or that I can cope with, I immediately cast it out. For example, One Piece. I cannot handle that style. Oh my god, it pisses me off. It just doesn't look right to me, okay? Not to mention, with story, if it doesn't catch my interest, I'm not going to like it. For example, Bleach. I managed to watch 2 episodes of it. Not even the first 2 or anything like that. It was like 1 episode here, 1 episode over this way. I couldn't hold an interest in it. I can't say, oh, Bleach sucks or anything like that. I just couldn't hold an interest in it myself to keep going with it, so I'm neutral about it. I respect it. Like, I respect Bleach, any of my Bleach fans. Anyway, there was another one I didn't like before, or at one point. Oh, Death Note. I've read the first chapter. I've accidentally, unintentionally seen the last episode. It's not that I didn't have an interest in it, it seem kind of pointless to me. Because the entire point of it, for the most part, is this one guy finds this thing called a death note that the Shinigamis that are supposed to keep track of them dropped in Earth. You write the name in the book, and you can even write the cause of death, and that's exactly how they die. If you do not write a cause, they die of a heart attack. And then Raito, or Light in English, I prefer just saying Raito. Anyway, he decides, well, I'm going to cleanse the Earth and get rid of all the evil people. Eventually becoming evil, in a sense, and mad himself. Yeah, just in case you guys haven't actually gone that far, I'm not going to spoil the end for you on that, but I know how it ends, and it's just kind of pointless to me. I just don't like, I don't know, it just seems a little bit boring to me, even with Elle being in there and some other people, but whatever. Number 2, do you cook? No. It's not that I don't want to. I would love to be able to cook, but I don't know how to. I just don't. I can do something else relating to food, but no, it's not just eating it. No, my weight issue right now is actually because of the fact that I don't eat enough, actually. The thing is, you can gain weight 2 ways. You can eat way too much and it just blah, or you can just not eat enough and your body kind of goes into starvation mode and starts holding all of that as a storage so that your body goes on something. It eventually gets to the point where once you end up eating all that fat, it starts eating your muscle and stuff too, so it's a very, very, very bad thing. In case you guys are wondering about the weight, I don't know how well you can see this, but yeah, I'm about like this. See? Yeah, I'm not the thinnest, but I'm planning on fixing that. I'm going to be fixing my diet and all that stuff. In case you guys are wondering with this as well, it's something that I got on my birthday. My birthday was actually in the middle of the month. 10 points if you guys can actually guess the day if you don't know it already. I've told some people, so they know. Anyway, let's see. Number 3, if so and even if not, what is one food item, real ingredient, or fantasy type food you've seen in a book, movie, video, game, etc. that you would love to try? I can't really think of anything. It's more of like, there was some stuff on, like, if you guys know this show on the Food Network, it's called World's Weirdest Restaurants. I forgot the host's name. Bob Bloomer. Anyway, he pretty much goes to these restaurants around the world and end up trying all these weird restaurants that have such fucked up decor and all this other kind of stuff, but really good food and it's really inviting and all that kind of stuff. Well, some of them are kind of repulsive, like somewhere in Taiwan there's something called the Urban Toilet where quite literally the decor like sinks and toilets and shit. And they serve you chocolate ice cream. Yeah. Anyway, there's one thing in New York City called Ninja Restaurant. I've been interested in that. It's a very intriguing thing. I do want to try that. There's some other stuff too, even something in my city, but the issue is actually just getting there. That and sometimes I get a little bit iffy because of the reviews. But I'm thinking the thing about reviews is it's more of a personal thing. It's like, this one review says, oh my god, it's fantastic, the service was excellent, blah, blah, blah. Another review goes, oh, well, this thing sucks. Everything sucks. Wah, cry me a river. Anyway, it kind of depends. Let's see, number 4. What are your thoughts on Miyazaki retiring? Again, though likely for good this time. I googled this guy one time, because I actually made another recording on this, but I lost interest in it. And I think I actually deleted it by now. But anyway, I'm going to Google this asshole again. Because, sorry, I don't actually know who this guy is. I don't really know what his entire point is. This is the guy that made fucking Howl's Moving Castle, isn't it? Hayao Miyazaki, blah, 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 blah. He did a bunch of anime stuff, of course. Spirited Away. The Howl's Moving Castle thing, I'm pretty sure is another one he did. Yes. Princess Mononoke as well. Okay, my thoughts on him retiring is I don't actually care. The thing is, I've been told, oh my god, you gotta watch Spirited Away. Holy crap, you need to watch Princess Mononoke. You need to watch Howl's Moving Castle. Oh my god, you need to see all this stuff. I can't. I mentioned this with the anime question, or with the question that had to do with the anime thing. If the art bugs me, I lose interest immediately. It could have the most beautiful story ever, and because of that, I'm still technically considering it. I'm still iffy about the art. I do not like it. It just doesn't look like any kind of anime I would like to put up with. I don't know, just the overall style, I just can't do it. It just pisses me off. But anyway, that's my opinion. I don't really care as much as some other people, but, yeah, anyway. Number 5, and, Xbox One, or PS4, or Wii U, and why? Did the revoking of the features Microsoft tried to include in the Xbox One change your opinion in any way? If I had to pick between those kind of things, I currently have a PS2, a PS3, a Wii, a mini Wii, actually. Okay, it's not actually that tiny, but anyway. And I have a PS1, like the tiny, cute little things, and a GameCube. I would much rather avoid anything relating to Xbox just because there's a lot of flaws that I don't like having for that kind of stuff. Like, I like keeping my system running for hours at a time. A lot of the Xboxes usually cannot handle that as much. They tend to overheat really fast, and the red ring of death, all that fun stuff. But then the PS3 also has a light of death, but never mind that. I don't really have a preference for system. It's more of just like, hey, it's a system, I'll try it. I do plan on getting an Xbox 360 because there is a Tenchu game I kind of want to play on there. Not to mention, I actually do, believe it or not, prefer Rock Band 2 on Xbox 360 than PS3, and yes, I do like Rock Band 2. Get over it. But there's some other games I think that are just exclusively on Xbox that I would like to try, and there's also the Left 4 Dead. I like Left 4 Dead. It was one of my favorite games, and it's only for the Xbox, so yeah. Number 6, do you have an opinion on the new Pokemon games / 2DS system? I believe it's a 3DS. I don't think there is a 2DS, except, the standard DS, if that's what you mean. But anyway. And what are they before you decide that be a smart aleck? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, but you confused me there. I do have an opinion on the Pokemon games. I don't care. I've never really played the Pokemon games for the most part. I've played a couple of them very briefly, and the only one I ever got really into was Pokemon Crystal, where I caught a wild Suicune with, not a Pokeball, but the next level up for Pokeballs. I think it's called a Great Ball. I don't remember, but I barely did any damage to it, and I just threw a Pokeball at it, or whatever ball I use, and captured it. Yeah. I think the game data was lost also after that, so I don't know, I think the thing was fucking glitched. But anyway, that's the extent of my questions. I don't have any more. Yeah, I'll be setting up another question video eventually, hopefully in the near future. I'd rather not spend forever like I did last time, or like I have been, you know, spending over a month to just make this one video. I don't know if there's anything I wanted to say. Actually, I do want to end this with a question to you guys. Do you think that maybe for things like some of my Let's Plays or whatever, I should include some kind of art in it or something? Like, I do a lot of drawing, so it's like a major passion of mine, blah, blah, blah. Do you guys think that I should, like, anytime I end a video or maybe even start the video or whatever, that I should show off some of my art on there? Like, some of the stuff that I've actually recently done or whatever the case may be? If yes, let me know in the comments below. If not, well, don't talk about it. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, if you guys want, like, if you guys see this video and you're like, holy crap, I want to check this chicken smoothie out, I want to check Subet out, or whatever, or just other ways to contact me, I can tell you, I don't really care much about the whole concept of stalkers and all that kind of stuff. Like, I should be concerned, but I've dealt with them before. I've had a fuckload of them. People who go to the extent of stalking, get a fucking life, okay? Okay. Anyway, leave a like, favorite if you enjoy, subscribe if you feel like it, I won't force you, and, as a last thing to say, I do plan on uploading a Silent Hill 2 part in the near future. It's just that I gotta get back to the point that I last left off in the video. I believe I was I think it was after, never mind, because I can't say it because of some people that might not have seen it. Well, if you haven't by now, it's kind of weird. Anyway, so yeah, I will see you guys later then. See ya!